What is up, ladies and gents? Welcome to my new anime review of Parasyte the Maxim. So we're on episode 6, known as The Sun Rises, or The Sun Also Rises. But I kind of, since this is new and I don't know if all my viewers have seen the other 5 episodes, let me just give you a quick recap. So this anime is pretty much like an action, drama, sci-fi, horror kind of anime. So generally we have our protagonist Shinichi, who in the first episode he gets a parasite goes into his arm. Now the parasite's goal is to go into the brain and consume it, but Shinichi's able to stop it by using a pair of his headphones and like stopping circulation in his right hand, like stopping it like going any further. So eventually we find out that the parasite goes into his right hand, eats his right hand, and it replaces it pretty much. Now there are other parasites in the world that have consumed, have gotten a host where they go into the brain, pretty much like devour the brain and consume it, and able to use human bodies. So those parasites who are able to consume their brain have to eat and so they can live, obviously, and the only way they do that is by cannibalism, which means since they're human, or now they're human or half human, it's kind of hard to classify, they have to eat other humans. Now Shinichi in his right hand, known as Migi, Migi doesn't have to eat other humans because she or he gets his nutrition through Shinichi's bloodstream, because it's not like where it got to his brain where he needs to do all of that. Anyway, so throughout episodes 1 through 4, or 1 through 5, no, it's 1 through 4, Shinichi has to deal with other parasites coming up and trying to harm the people that he cares about, pretty much, or just harm humanity in general. So Migi and himself, in order to survive, because parasites kind of fight each other too, he gets rid of them. And in episode 5, or in episode 4, his parents leave for vacation into a somewhat isolated area, where we meet in episode 5 another parasite that's in a female body that is on a date with a male, fidgeting around with like a seatbelt. They eventually crash. The female body is all destroyed, and she can't repair it, so she has to move to the parasite has to move to another host. So the male is still perfectly fine, so it moves over there by chopping off its head and just using it as a host. But due to the fact that male and females have different private parts, it doesn't really know how to function it, so he wets himself, or the parasite wets itself pretty much. So it has to find a female host. So therefore, this is where Shinichi's parents come in. His mom and his dad are just taking pictures over the seaside, and the parasite comes out of nowhere, chops Shinichi's mom's head off, and consumes it. So the parasite moves from the male body it was just into Shinichi's mom's, and the parasite is able to injure Shinichi's dad. His dad calls Shinichi, tells him his mom has been cuts off. So Shinichi still at home, worries about his mom, and Migi, who can sense other parasites, because all parasites can do that, senses something is coming. It's coming through the front door, and it's his mom. Holy crap! So pretty much the later half of episode 5, it's him dealing with he thinks he's dreaming and saying that it's his mom, and that Migi is we'll deal with Migi right away. I'm sorry for not telling you, and all of this crap. And he pretty much he's denying the fact that his mom has been killed by a parasite, or monster as they call him. And this leads to Shinichi being stabbed straight through the heart and ends episode 5. So going into episode 6, we start straight off of episode 5, and it's Migi trying to heal Shinichi. And how does Migi do it? By becoming a heart, because these parasites can manipulate their shape, pretty much. They can transform, they're like Ditto from Pokemon, pretty much. So Migi transformed to a heart to help restore Shinichi's heart, and eventually is feeding him water and sugar to make sure he's awake. And eventually he does so, and it's in the episode, it's pretty elaborate on how they do it, and it's pretty they explain it pretty easily. I also forgot to mention what Shinichi looks like. Shinichi, he's I guess you could say he's a pretty he's an introvert dude who wears glasses. So when when he recovers from being stabbed in the heart, he tries to put his glasses on, but it's all blurry. But when he takes his glasses off, he can see clearly now. So he gets a phone call from the hospital saying his dad's awake and he's not in critical danger or anything. So Shinichi runs or goes to that place or to the hospital to go see his dad, which is in like a town. And Shinichi also believes that the parasite mother, or the parasite that killed his mom, is also heading there because she said that she needs to finish the job. And while Shinichi is on his way there, the police are asking his dad about how, ask if his wife was murdered, and he says yes. But the police say, but she's right here, and we don't know where she is though. And like, cause they seen her alive. They were just talking to her like probably like a few days ago, and saying that she went missing. So essentially, this creates conflict within Shinichi's dad's mind because he knows he saw his wife got killed, but the police are saying things otherwise. So by the time the police leave, Shinichi runs in and confronts his dad and tells him, Mom was murdered," and Shinichi's dad denies it. But like just by like the expression that his dad's giving, Shinichi knows that his dad knows that his mom wasn't murdered. Anyway, Shinichi decides that he needs to stay by his dad to make sure that the parasite doesn't come back to finish off the job to kill his dad off. So essentially, Shinichi finds a nearby inn and just stays there because we find out that Migi has a 300 mile, I feel like it's mile or meter, mile radius of when it could sense other parasites. So he finds one close by that's only 50, and so the following day, Shinichi and Migi, we learn that Migi, when healing Shinichi, he undergoed some change. He went under some changes, and so did Shinichi, and we could tell by Shinichi because later on in the episode, Migi senses another parasite, and they both assume that it's his mother or the parasite that killed his mom. So he runs dashing down the street at super, not like the Flash speed, but like pretty like Usain Bolt fast. Eventually he hits a wall, and there's this girl that he met throughout the episode. I feel like she's not gonna be important, but that could always change. She says you have to go around the wall to go to the beach, and he was like, nah. He just jumps over it, and this wall is like 15 feet high. 15 feet high is a good. And he just and it's made out of concrete. It's not like wire fences or anything. It's like 15 feet high of concrete. He just leaps over it, no problem. But anyway, going back to Migi's weakness. Migi, after being detached from Shinichi's arm, he has to sleep for 4 hours, which he always sleeps before. But during these 4 hours, he can't sense anything, which was kind of problematic. But Shinichi comes up with a plan. As long as Migi's asleep during the daytime when Shinichi's awake, they could pretty much do that. I also forgot to mention that Shinichi has like he could hear things better, and like I said with the eyesight, he can see things and hear things better. So he's able to sense stuff better pretty much. So that's pretty much the episode and Parasyte in general. There are a few characters that I didn't mention because we'll get to them pretty much later on with the review, because I realized that both Sword Art Online has only like 7 episodes left. Akame ga Kill has a few episodes left. Arrow is gonna go on like winter break. I'm assuming pretty soon, like towards December-ish, but I never know. So I decided to bring this anime into light because it's a pretty good anime and I'm digging it so far. So yeah, gotta give it episode an A. Pretty solid throughout. Migi explains how he heals Shinichi getting pretty much an level up pretty much. Shinichi's dad realizing that his mom was killed and he's not like hallucinating or like it's not like a nightmare or anything. And next episode, it's a face-off pretty much. And that's the thing that Parasyte kind of does. It's like one episode is like a exposition episode that like builds up, then it's a fight episode, and then it kind of repeats that for formula. Anyway, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, let me know what you guys thought of Parasyte down below. And if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's on Crunchyroll. It might also be on Hulu, but I'm not sure on that. I know it's on Crunchyroll for sure. So go watch it on there and just enjoy it because it's pretty good. It's pretty gory, but it's still pretty good. Bye.